is Gladys Mapanda. I'm the CEO and founder of ERWA. The acronym stands for Empowered Ready Women Association. I'm going to tell you about how ERWA came to be. What made me think of starting this group. It's a forum at the moment, but it's an association of women coming together to empower each other and to change our lives for the better. I'll tell you a short story about how ERWA came to be. It's a story of my life, but I'm not defined by that one story. Like everyone else is defined by so many stories in our lives. 2009, I found myself with nothing. I've never been somebody with nothing in my life. I had no job, I had no roof, I had nothing. And for me, it was an experience which failed me to the floor. I was blank, I didn't know how to go forward. The main thing is I have loved ones around me. I want to emphasize that having loved ones around you doesn't mean that your problems are solved or you've got a ladder to stand on. I had loved ones around me, but I think they didn't know what to do or what to say to me because I was always a provider and never somebody who was looked after. And this was the one thing in life that had happened to me. I decided to go and see my doctor because I wasn't sleeping properly to start with. Because maybe I couldn't process what was happening to me. So being the doctors there in this country, the first thing she gave me was something to help me sleep. So I was happy to have something to help me sleep. And I was now sleeping and my life was getting better. I was now laughing more, but still I had this niggling thing to say, where do I go from here? And a couple of weeks, the tablets stopped working. I went back and said, I'm not sleeping again and I'm having these palpitations. And he said, it's anxiety. So I was given something to calm me down. So I started taking the Valium as well as something to calm anti-anxiety tablets so that I could sleep and be calm enough in order to process anything that was around me. Still, I thought those around me would say something of maybe words of support or something, but it was like their life was going as normal, whilst mine was stationary, not going anywhere. And it's like, for me, I started getting angry because it was like I thought they didn't care and nobody was asking me what was going on with me. And that made me even more upset. And I became withdrawn, went back to my doctor. And I was up to my tablets again, and now I was being given antidepressants. And when I started taking them, I was happy, Larry. I started even thinking of trying to do something about my life, trying to change and do something else, and started to think and asking for advice. Still, nobody around me said anything. Now I was looking for outsiders to help me. I started going to church more and joined prayers for the afternoons on a Thursday. So I would go for prayers in the afternoon. I never prayed. I just went there to cry. Why is it happening to me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? And the tablets started not working. So I went back to the doctor. He upped the dose. It's only when I came back after taking the second dose of upped tablets, I said the way I was going, I didn't like it. I took all the tablets and flushed them one night because I knew the more I took them, the more I was going away from even thinking mentally, even being able to do something. So I stopped the tablets, but that made me cry at night. I would cry at night whilst I'm singing or something, and I'll be told I'm making noise. I didn't know I was crying loud. I thought I was crying in within. I'll be praying. I didn't pray. So I started going for prayers. Why I was going for prayers is I thought if I look for spiritual cleansing within myself, I'll be able to move forward and also to find inner peace so that I'm able to forgive the people I'm thinking I'm angry with, and whom I think they are doing me wrong by not even caring, although they cared in their own way. I think that helped me. Once I found my inner peace, that was about 4 months after I had nothing. things started rolling, putting into place. And I went on now to do everything that I wanted during my immigration, and people just now coming in to help until I got my papers. By that time, I found my inner peace and forgiven all those I thought they didn't care, and confronted them and told them how I felt during the time when I was down. And they all thought maybe I should have said something. So I know my story. Someone else is going through the same. It might not be immigration, it might be something else. And you think people around you are not caring. But that's why I started ERWA, because with ERWA, we are here to listen. For me, ERWA, it was a way of trying to tell people that when you make mistakes in life, there are lessons. Your success comes from those mistakes. You don't have to go down with them, but go up. And when I started ERWA, I knew I had to tell women that you're already empowered and you've got the strength to go over all these hurdles. The only thing that makes us not go is because we don't have the confidence in us to think, I can do it. ERWA is here so that we can be together as women, come together, make any hurdle, any challenge that you're going in life, we do it together and it will come out. I'll come out to the explanation, to the meaning of ERWA. When I chose the word ERWA, I meant everyone is ready, empowered. But what is the meaning of empowered? For me, I chose to make someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life and claiming their rights. That's the supportive role of ERWA, a steering wheel. When we are at home, wherever we come from, we have found that we used to have the old aunties, the grandmothers. Whenever you had problems, you went there. But with the way things have become now, all of us scattered and everything, we found that that wheel is no longer there. And people are just by themselves. You can be with family, but they have their own lives and they run around and they're doing their own thing. And you think they're ignoring you, but sometimes they don't know what to say and what to do. So they are at a loss. So ERWA is here saying, phone us, we talk. We are a group of women who will be there to listen. Ready in ERWA means willing or eager to do something, just like driving a car. You must be eager to steer that wheel, and that wheel is your life. We come together, we meet every month, but we want to do more, and we cannot do this without you. What we do is, through your life experiences, we want you to tell us your story. Your story will be our solution or will be someone's solution. When you say something, someone is going through something. You have something, share your story, don't be embarrassed. We should always work together as women, not against each other, nor even competing against each other. You never know what strength you have until you are your only way is being strong. Because when you've got a choice, sometimes you go like, I can't do this, I can't do this. You always justify not doing something. But when you have nothing else left and the only choice you have is for you to be strong, that's when you discover an inner strength that you never thought you had. Get in touch with ERWA. Our details are on the screen. We have our Facebook. We have, of course, our website. We have also the telephone number. Please get in touch with us. Even our email address. Send in your stories, videos, or even your stories. Empower one another and inspire each other. Thank you.